Hey, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, it's gonna sound a bit hypey, but I'm gonna talk about how to get rich fast and do it in a legitimate way. And so I've broken it down into 3 simple steps to follow, not easy, but simple steps. And I'm gonna share what those 3 steps are today and how you can do it too to get rich and make a lot of money fairly quickly in most people's standards. Now, if you are new here, my name is Sean, and on this channel, I talk about how to make money from writing online. So if you want more content around that, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you don't miss any of my future videos. And let's just jump into those 3 steps. How do you get rich quick? What are the 3 simple steps that you can follow to get rich quick online? Now, before I talk about those steps, I want to first define what I mean by quick. Most people are trying to become millionaires by the time they die, right? By the time they retire at age 65, they want to have millions in the bank and saved up so that they can live on retirement. Now, what I'm saying is not you're going to get overnight riches, but if you follow these 3 steps, you'll get rich a lot quicker than waiting your entire life until you're 65 or retired. So the exact timeline I can't give you, but I can say that if you follow these 3 steps, you will get rich a lot quicker than if you just pinch pennies and invest a small amount and save for your entire life. So with that said, let's get into these 3 steps right now. Starting with step number 1, and that is simply to do something cool in your life. Now, how do I define something as something that's cool? Well, it has to be something, a result or an outcome that you do that there are many, many other people that want to achieve that same outcome. So for example, my cool thing was I was able to quit my 9-to-5 as a corporate project manager back in 2016 by building up my online businesses, multiple online businesses. So I was in e-commerce, I built up an e-com business, I built up a services and consulting business. Now I'm running an info product and education business. And so I've grown all these businesses using email and by writing online. And that's the cool thing that I've achieved that I can share with people. So that's step number 1, is to do something cool in your life. It doesn't need to be business related. It could be health or fitness or relationships, whatever else. And do something cool where many, many other people in the world want to do that same thing and want to get the same result as you. Step number 2 is to build an audience of people by sharing what you did, that cool thing that you did, and documenting and sharing how other people can achieve that same thing. So for example, I share a lot of content on Twitter, on YouTube, on my Facebook group, my email list about how to build an email-based business. So every day I'm writing content about online businesses and copywriting and email marketing. And I'm sharing basically things that I've done in my journey, that cool thing that I did, and I'm sharing it to other people and building an audience by sharing what I know. And so this is why step number 1 is so important, and why it's step number 1 is in order for you to build an audience, in order for you to actually have people interested in what you're saying, you need to have done that cool thing in your life first. So once you've done that cool thing, once you've gotten a result that somebody else wants or many other people want, then you can go to step 2, which is building your audience and sharing what you learned. I'm sure you've seen all these influencers nowadays on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, and they've done cool things in their life and they're basically just documenting it. They're sharing to their audiences and sharing to people what they've done. And they're building massive groups of people and massive audiences from that. And finally, step number 3 on how to actually get rich quick is to create a product and sell it to your audience on how they can achieve that same cool thing that you did. Step by step, you're mapping that out and you're selling it as a product to people who want that same result. So I have multiple different info products and educational products now. And the way that I create those is just mapping out A to Z, the process and steps that I took to achieve the cool thing that I did, that other people want to learn about. So for example, one of my products is called the Email Side Hustle Program. And in that program, I teach you how to get paid $1K to $5K per month per client by writing simple emails for other businesses. And all I'm doing in that program is teaching exactly the steps that I took to achieve that cool thing, to achieve that cool result that other people want. And again, this does not need to be just around business. I've seen this in health. I've seen this in fitness. I've seen this in relationships. I've seen this in all types of sub-niches in each of those. So it does not need to be just make money online. It can literally be anything as long as it's a cool thing or cool result that other people want to achieve as well. Now, how much can you actually make selling a product? How are you actually going to get rich selling a product to your audience? Well, it depends on how many people you have in your audience multiplied by the price point that you're selling your product at. So there's actually a girl who is on TikTok. I can't remember exactly what the price point is, but she had 1 million or so followers, and she makes up to $100,000 a day by selling a course on how to do Microsoft, or it wasn't Microsoft Excel, it was Google Sheets. She sells a Google Sheets training course, and she makes up to 100K a day, and she posts TikTok videos to build her audience around Google Sheets, and she sells a product on how to use Google Sheets. And so just imagine that, right? If a girl can make 100K a day selling a product on Google Sheets, what kind of product can you create and build an audience around? You wouldn't even think that Google Sheets is this sexy thing that people would want a product about, but that would prove you wrong. So if I don't know what her name is, you can Google it, 100K a day from a Google Sheets course, TikTok influencer. I'm sure you will find her. But that just goes to show you can create a product pretty much around anything as long as other people want to learn about it too. So to recap those 3 steps again, number 1, do something cool in your life that other people, many other people want to do as well. Step number 2, build an audience by sharing and documenting your journey and sharing that cool thing that you achieved. And step number 3 is to create a product and sell it to that audience of people who want to do that same cool thing as you. And how much money you can make is going to depend on how big you grow your audience and how much you price your product at and how big that problem is that you're solving with your product. But there's a huge potential there depending on what industry you're in and depending on other factors like your pricing and the people in your audience, how engaged they are. But those are the 3 simple steps. These are the steps where you can go from making basically $0 online to making 6, 7, even 8 figures in a pretty short period of time relative to waiting your entire life. These are also the 3 steps that I basically follow to build my different businesses and to make my living online as well. So this is not just me giving you theory. This is exactly what I do. You can see me posting content. You can see me sharing what I've done, the cool things in my life, and you can see me selling products around how other people can do that same thing. So hopefully this was helpful for you. Hopefully this gives you an actionable plan that you can follow. And remember these 3 steps. Again, do the cool thing, share that cool thing to build your audience, and then create a product to help people achieve that cool thing as well. Now, if you got value out of this video, make sure you hit the like button. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.